Dom Joseph for the Racing Rookery here with Daniel Hemric. Daniel, rookie year, so far so good. You've climbed in the standings recently. You're up to 24th now. So what's changed for you so far?
I think we've just been able to put solid or decent days together on this 8 team. I think beginning of the year that I was making a lot of mistakes and team was making some mistakes whenever I would halfway do my job. So it's been good to see kind of all that stuff kind of come together and just when you have weekends like that, it gives you opportunity to build on it. So I think that's what's kind of been our last couple of weeks of what's led us to have some success from what I feel like we're expected to be doing right now, and hopefully we can continue to move forward.
The Xfinity race last year here was a little bit like the package that we have this year with more so drafting. So has that helped you be able to acclimate to this car this year? I mean, obviously the Cup cars are much more powerful, but has it been able to help you make that adjustment?
Yes and no. I think that package last year we ran here may have actually taught some bad tendencies because these cars are a little bit more of a handful in traffic than what those were. Those with less power and less speed, less just raw power. It was the corner speeds weren't as quick, so you could be tucked up in line. The aero wasn't quite as sensitive, but with the extra power we have in these cars, it makes those corner speeds faster and it makes the air that much more turbulent. So we've been trying to balance around that, and I think we made progress throughout the weekend.
What's the one thing you've been fighting the most this week, and what's the one thing that this track is really throwing at you that you weren't expecting?
I wouldn't say wasn't expecting, but I think just how dirty the dirty air is. You can be so much faster than a guy, but manipulating his air changes your speed and the speeds around you. So, and with this place in Michigan and the tire we're on, it makes it hard to predict when that loss of grip is going to be. So, just trying to operate inside those boundaries, it can be tough.
And as the year goes on, what's the one thing that you want to get out of this season? I mean, obviously, victory lane is the ultimate, but what do you want to get out of your rookie year? What do you want to learn the most?
I think really just learn how to grind it out for the entire Cup season. It is a grind, more of a grind than what I think people give it credit for, especially when you make that step. And being able to sustain that and be on the good side of it come year end and know that you make progress each week, I think that's the majority of the battle. And if we can do that, I think the year will be a success for us.
Did you put a lot of pressure on yourself putting yourself in that number 8 car that had a lot of history with Dale Earnhardt Jr.? Mark Martin has been in the 8 car. So did you put a lot of pressure on yourself at the beginning of the year?
I wouldn't say that. I think, as most athletes say, nobody puts more pressure on yourself or on you than yourself. And I think because of that, it may appear that way, but really it's still racing. It's the other things. It's just a matter of how you perform, and just didn't perform early, and that's why we're going to look forward to keep performing moving forward.
All right, that's Daniel Hemric.